Mic check 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. I think we're live. I think so. We better do the countdown. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope my mic is working okay. It's been a little while, but we are getting back with it. The Wavell Star Show is proudly brought to you by the 306 Skate Shop located at 10 Hesse Bay, where the old Laser Quest in Regina used to be. They have the best hat and sneaker collection in the province, so go check them out and ask them about all the cool Wavell Star merch, including the Wavell Star 306 shirt, the badass Wavell Star hats, and watch for the Wavell Star sweatsuits coming soon. That is the 306 Skate Shop located at 10 Hesse Bay. Check them out. Welcome to the Wavell Star Show. I'm your host, First Nation sensation Wavell Star, coming to you with another edition of the Monday Report that we couldn't do on a Monday because I had a TLE meeting. So I have to do it on a Thursday, and that's okay because every once in a while we just have to make adjustments. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's get right on with it. This weekend, we had the First Nations University of Canada powwow here in Regina at the Brandt Center. Of course, there was over 450 dancers and I believe 20 or so drum groups, and it was really well attended. It looked like there wasn't many places to sit in the arena, especially with some of those blankets. Hey, Peanut, just kidding, bro. But anyways, it looked like a really good powwow, and let's go over the results of the singing contest. There were a lot of really good drum groups that were out there at the First Nations University of Canada this past weekend in Regina. And the placings went like this. So there were two consolations at that contest. I believe they received $1,000 each. That was Cree Spirit and Yellow Creek. Coming in at sixth place and $1,000 prize money is Walking Buffalo. Fifth place was Wild Horse. Fourth place was Iron Swing. Third place was Northern Cree. Your second place winners were Young Spirit with $8,000, and your champions, first place all the way from Alberta, I believe is where Terry's living nowadays. Alexander, somewhere around there, somewhere around Edmonton. The Blackstone Singers went away with the championship here at First Nations University of Canada and $12,000. Once again, there was incredible music, incredible dancing all weekend, and I was watching the live feed. It's really good to see the live feed for those of us that aren't able to make it. I really wanted to go, but as you can hear, I'm still getting over a slight cold. So I had a cold on the weekend. I didn't want to get anyone sick. So I'm sorry I didn't get there to see all of my friends that were here, but it looked like an incredible powwow. I just want to give a shout out to all of the volunteers on the powwow committee and everybody that was there that made that powwow happen. That was incredible. All right, moving on. Indigenous hockey tournament season is now in full effect. There have been a few tournaments recently. Of course, we had the FSIN Senators Cup recently in Prince Albert, and the PBCN Stars 2 years in a row, back-to-back champions there, as well as Milt Tatusis's tourney there, the Jim Nielsen Invitational. PBCN Stars also won that one. They defeated the Canoe Lake Young Guns in a barn burner of a final, so that was really good. We also recently had the Tony Cody Winter Games, and the winner of the U18 division was Onion Lake, and that is really, really impressive because, of course, the Winter Games are tribal councils, and the tribal councils are made up of oftentimes several First Nations, and Onion Lake was there on their own, and they ended up taking first place. So big congratulations to the fellas over there from Onion Lake for taking down the tournament here at Tony Cody Winter Games. Also recently happening was the FSIN Youth Championships. That was just last weekend in Saskatoon. Shout out again to all the volunteers and organizers that made that happen. They would never happen without you. And once again, it was Onion Lake going to the final. However, this time edged out by Ochapowace. The Ochapowace Thunder always having a very strong hockey program, and it's good to see them always turning up and winning events as well. So congratulations to the Ochapowace Thunder boys U18 for taking down the Epicine Youth Championships. Also, what's coming up? Uskana Cup. That's a big one coming up here in Regina. That is going to always draw a lot of people. Of course, we've got the adult rec division, which is always really exciting. We always see some top tier players. Last year, there were some really awesome superstar hockey players in attendance. I encourage everybody out there to go out there and check out some of this hockey if you can. Indigenous and non-Indigenous. It goes on here at the Cooperator Center at the Oskana Cup here coming up in the next little while. Also, we've got the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships that are taking place in Winnipeg, May 8th to the 12th. And I'm looking forward to going down there. Of course, my son, Cage Starr, is a member of Team Saskatchewan, and I can't wait to go down there and check out some hockey. That is going to be a really, really awesome tournament. So that's coming up in Winnipeg, May 8th to the 12th. What else? We have the first national Indigenous team to take to the gridiron at the Women's U18 Tackle Football Championships. Shout out to my good buddy, Stefan Richard, who was writing for CBC Indigenous at the time. He was the one that put this article out. And this year's Women's U18 Tackle Football Canadian Championships in Ottawa will include for the first time a national Indigenous team. So that is something monumental. And I want to give a shout out to my buddy, Kevin Hart. He is a Football Manitoba Hall of Famer from Nisquamish Cree Nation. He also served 2 terms as the Manitoba Regional Chief for the Assembly of First Nations. He spent the last 2 years working towards putting together a team. So shout out to him for getting the balls rolling on that. And also a shout out to Gord Petruick. He is also one of the coaches, one of the organizers. He currently coaches the Gatineau Vikings Football Club and is going to be helping Kevin Hart. Also myself, I look forward to helping out however I can. My good buddy Kevin with recruiting and trying to help out here with some of the athletes in Saskatchewan. So if you are a U18 female Indigenous football player, we are looking for you. What else do we have here? Okay, so just winding things down here. The 306 skate shop question of the week. What is my current weight training split? I was always a big proponent of the bro split, chest, back, and buys, shoulders and tries, legs. But over the last couple of years, and now that I'm aging, and honestly, I'm 49 years old, I prefer the push-pull leg split. There's a little bit higher volume, which is okay because I don't go anywhere near as heavy as I used to. I remember when I was 20 years old, I used to have 4 plates on the squats and 3 plates on the bench, but there's nowhere near that now. So I'm out there doing the repetition definition, all the volume pump and pose moves. So that's basically what I do now for my weight training split. Of course, as you know, anybody that follows my social media, I'm really into trying to do my best with my diet. I'm a big proponent of chicken and rice, egg whites and oatmeal, and all the basics. So looking forward to giving a few more tips about working out as the weeks come. Also coming up next week, we will talk about what is a land acknowledgement. I'm also hoping to have Gord Petruick on with me next week to talk a little bit about the U18 National Women's Football Team. And hey, Ben Redcrow, how you doing, man? Shout out to Ben Redcrow. He's the president of the First Nations University of Canada Students Association, and of course did a great job out there volunteering at the powwow last weekend. So very good job, Ben. Oh, and it's Paul Band. Sorry, Terry. Sorry to my brother, Terry Paskman. He's from Paul Band. That's where he's living right now, but I do know that he's originally out of Sweetgrass, and we get to see him whenever we go to Edmonton. So anyways, wanted to say thank you for everybody for joining in. I look forward to the next few weeks to covering some of the events that are happening out in Indian country, especially all of the Indigenous hockey tournaments coming up. With that, I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody and thank you all, everybody that joined me last time, as well as everybody that joined me this time. We'll see you the next time. However, in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another edition of the Wavell Star Show. We'll see you next time and bye-bye now.